your father advisor, Mr. Napster. So this one is a female advice to the single ladies out there, to my sisters, my nieces, my friends, female friends, and also my aunties. So I want to tell you one thing. Do not ever settle for any guy who cannot be as good to you as your father. If you don't have a father, or as good to you then as your mother, or as good to you as your guardian, maybe if you don't have both, so it could be like any of your guardian, like could be a grandmother or whatever. So do not ever settle for any guy who doesn't treat you right. Don't ever do that. You can actually do better by yourself. You don't need any guy to bring you down. So that's why you need to take your time, evaluate the guy, do some tests, get a confirmation that this guy can actually be your guardian, can actually be as good as your guardian, right? Because a transition, of course, will come like at some time. So your guardians, or it could be like your mother, father, your parents, will not be there for you forever. Like they are growing up, and a transition will come that you have to stand as a woman yourself. And also, as time goes on further, like maybe you would be in a position that you are the one who have to take care also of your parents. So they have been taking care of you. They are not going to be taking care of you forever. At some time, the transition will come and the tables will switch, that you are the one who is supposed to take care of them. So if you don't have a guy who doesn't love you as your parents, who doesn't love you as your guardian, who doesn't treat you, who is not as good to you as your father, then it will be a challenge for you even to take care of your parents, because you need someone who is there to support you also in any situation. So that's why you need the person who can be as good as your father or as good as your guardian. So then, because you don't only want a person who just claim to only love you, the guy has to love you, and also with your loved ones, with your family, I would say. So if we try to look in to also bring in some Bible terms. So the Bible in Genesis also, chapter 2, I think the last verses there, I think maybe verse 24 or something, it actually tells us that a guy, like a man, will leave his mother and father and be united with his wife, right? So if guys can leave mother and father, and it can, but it doesn't specifically say that a woman will leave mother and father. So woman should always, like, you always need to have a guardian, like with you. So from when you are choosing a partner, that's why it's important to choose a partner who can be as good as your guardian, who can also be your guardian. So when you move out to be united with your husband, so that's why it naturally also, like, not following this modern days, like naturally the women, like a wife, you can be called like baby. So it means you become like a baby to your husband. So like a child, so it means like your husband, you are like a firstborn to your husband. You are the first person your husband has to take care of. Before your husband learn to take care of the kids, he has to learn to take care of you as a wife. So once he can take care of you, then he can take care of the kids. So that's why you are the first baby of your husband. So naturally, and your husband is your second dad. So that's why, like, when you are married, like, a woman calls the husband like daddy, and so it means like your husband is your second dad. So your husband has to be good to you as your guardian, as your father. So have that in mind. Cheers, be wise.